Welcome to LeagueOS tutorials. This will be our first video. First of all, if you do not have a school page that you are linked to, you will need to reach out to one of the OKSE execs. I know Mike Shipley, Brian Morris, Matthew Straight, me, Caden Hudson will specifically know a lot about what's going on here, but we're trying to make sure all the execs know at least the basic stuff like to do that. So if you do not have that, make sure that you reach out and get that activated. So assuming you know, have that and have it activated. Very first off, I've had questions about how to get to the page. We can send you the link, sure. But you can also just Google LeagueOS, go to their homepage. This goes for any league. And you just type in league acronym dot, and it should send you to the page. Okay, so very easy to navigate there, or obviously you can go on the top here. There you go. That same thing for the Scholastic Champs, which we'll get into later. Scholastic. Okay, so one thing I wanted to go over, and I'm going to go to my other account that just has what the coaches see, not the admin. For a new feature, if you are played with us in 2023, I don't think this was a thing in 2023. Now it is. It's called Dashboard. So Dashboard is on your bottom left. Use this honestly as much as possible because in a couple of versions, in a couple of months, they're going to be sending this out to everyone, and this is what you're going to be using. This should be phone friendly now. It should be more phone friendly later on, obviously. So it should show all your teams from way back when, no matter what league. If you go to leagues, if you're in multiple leagues, it'll pop up there. Go to OKSE. If you your settings are correct, as in it says Division Bison, that's the main one. Division Scissortail, and if you have, here I'm gonna go to that really quick. If you go to your school, it should say Bison. Where is it? Anyway, so it should say your division. So you will click on whatever team you want to create. Let's say I want to do Black Ops. And it looks like Bison is the only one doing that for the fall, and that's correct. You can also do it on this page, but I'm going to show you how to do it on a dashboard first. So let's do Fortnite since they both of them have it. So mine has Bison division only. I have no region because we're not doing regions for Bison. That would look differently for Scissortail than Southeastern or something like that. If you were on Scissortail, you would not be able to create a team here in this Bison area. Okay, I can't create a team here in the Scissortail because it's locked per division. Okay, so but Bison, I want to create a team. The skill tier doesn't matter here. I would default to your first one as varsity. And you can change the team name later. And then whatever color you want. And then you create a team. That's it. So very, very easy. And then you can go to your roster and add players from there. Okay, so very, very easy. Very hopefully phone friendly, which will be very nice, especially as they're supposed to be sending out an app later on. So yeah, that's it. So if it works like it's supposed to, that's all you have to do. Now you can also go to activities, and this is non-league specific. So if you're in a different league, whatever, you can go to create team and activity, pick your activity. Now it will matter here if your other league is just varsity or whatever, and they have that locked like that. So just know what you're looking for. Same thing. You can add a team, okay, and then you can enroll it into OKSE, all that. And same thing here if you are in different leagues. I have OSL and OKC, and this my Fortnite's doing that, so you can do both. Yeah, and you can keep that same team year over year and change the roster. Just enroll it in OKSE for the season, and we'll get started. All right, so that is the new version. Again, I would use that as much as possible. If you are wanting to use the old version, especially as we're starting and you're used to that, let me go over that really quick. So you should see our seasons in the front here. Bison. Okay, so all of these are Bison. If you're Scissor Tail, just go on down. Okay, or vice versa. We're trying to keep that separate as much as possible. Now, iRacing and Apex are combined, but they're still like separate here, but they're in the same season. So again, I'll go to any of here. Go to roster, and I see my roster here. Okay, so what you'll need to do is create the team on your page for your school. So as you do things in the version number 1, you'll have like your history. So I just went to Bison Fortnite Zone Wars, so I can choose that and go back to it really quick. Okay, so as you go to your school, it'll pop up there, and you can kind of click on it quickly. If you don't see it, go to OKC homepage, schools, and then you should be able to find your school. Okay, and then go to teams, then you create. Same thing. It's very similar to what we just saw in activities. Create team. Okay, it's not as streamlined here. Okay, but same thing. Maybe a little more customizable. So maybe that's where you see the draw there. Again, these categories don't really matter as long as you are in the correct division. I'm not going to create a team because it's hard to delete teams right now. But once you get in there, then you can add teams. Yes, and then so you can register your team here. Okay. Looks like you can create a team here also. Okay, so there's several different ways you can create teams. That should be about it. All right, thank you.